What's up, everybody? This is Big Joe and the Panda back in the building, back in effect. Live and direct in NAB Studios in the BX. You know how we do. Big shouts to chilloverradio.net. You can always check us out on the podcast. And if you have any ideas, anything you want to drop, subject matter for us to talk about on our show, hit us up on the Big Joe and the Panda like page on Facebook. You know, I always check it out daily and drop me a line on that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like it?
Hey, what's not the like, son?
I adore it. But that's just
the face.
Whatever.
Did you say you adore it?
Hey, this guy's crazy.
I like the adjectives.
Ladies and gentlemen, introduce special guest,
A legend.
legend in the hood,
Comedian.
It's my man,
Unrated comedian.
our boy, go back, my day one, my man Ska Bang, Rob in the building.
AKA.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all
AKA
doing?
Greyhound.
What's going on?
In the house. In the hizzy. How old
Greyhound,
you, bro?
Greyhound, yo.
Yo,
What's going on? Talk to me.
today we're gonna talk about some things, man. You know, it's springtime. Spring is in the air, even though the
Spring
wind is
again.
whipping.
It's
It's
spring
springtime, man. Finally it's springtime in the Big Apple, the rotten apple, man. The
Why would
snow's
they
gone. Thank God. You know, the winter, she was brutal. But springtime, summer's around the corner.
I still smell the stink from MSG, but we can go on somewhere else.
Hey. Whew. Whoa, really?
Shit.
On that note, talk to you later. This guy right here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyways, spring is in the air. New York, summertime, ain't nothing like it. You know, everybody else has their thing, but ain't nothing like the Big Apple in the spring and summertime, man. This is what it do, man. It's
No doubt, the changing of the weather, the changing of the seasons, man, it's fantastic.
Between LA and New York.
Right, we got to change the weather, man. We got to change the climate,
change of
attitude,
change
all
of
that.
this, you know.
The shells come out,
It's
man.
khakis all year round in Cali, man.
Yeah,
And out here, we you know,
San Diego.
corduroys, little tight fit, you know what I'm saying, to you little weirdo cats wearing pants on your ass and shit like that, man, you know.
Which is my boy TV.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't get me started.
It's the Greyhound.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
But it's springtime, man. Spring in the apple, man. So, you know, I just want to give some helpful tips and advice to some of you out-of-towners.
Here we go.
Hey.
Here we
Hey.
go.
A lot of out of towners.
I like to help. As
That's what you call it?
That's what I call it. I'm helping. I like to help.
Start out with train etiquette for them. Things to
No,
do.
we had a whole
listen.
show.
Oh, did you really?
We
What?
didn't say
Oh,
that.
man,
Oh,
my
my
bad.
I will lightly retouch that because some people haven't learned. They need to go check.
We had a
Check the
whole
files.
train etiquette. I think that was our first show.
Yeah, that was
How
one
to
of the first
carry
shows.
your ass to NYC.
Exactly. Some tips, some helpful tips, things to do, things to check out, things to help you survive.
No, things to just start getting on my nerves.
That
Come
too.
on, let's just try to
As a
get it
native
real.
New Yorker,
For real.
things to help you from not getting on my nerves when you're out enjoying my
I don't want
fabulous
to take from somebody else, but you're a jerk.
thing.
You know what I mean?
Basically, you know. Now listen, there's things to see and the things to enjoy. You got your average things, Statue of Liberty. Yeah. That's all cool and all. If you want to go down there, wait on a long line, knock yourself out, and enjoy it. It's cool.
You should call us the topic that New Yorkers don't go to see.
you
I haven't been to the Statue of Liberty in years.
know what?
Since I was a kid. I mean,
I
Empire
think
State Building.
I don't give a fuck. The French gave it to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My bad.
Don't worry about it. The beep.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in that.
Yeah, I've been out as a kid too. Now I look at
Staten
it.
Island Ferry.
You
It's
know
free.
what? If you're going
It's
to come to New York, go check out the Deuce.
It's-
42nd Street.
it's clean.
It's
That's-
different from what we used to
Yeah,
do.
that's what they
We used to go down there throwing kung fu outfits and fighting the street.
Yeah.
Now it's like
It
Disney
is
World.
family friendly.
Family
It's-
friendly.
The Deuce is off. It's not, okay, for those
We
that,
can't even go.
42nd Street, Times Square. Us locals call it the Deuce. That's what we
As we grew up on. Yeah.
The out of towners, they're like the Deuce.
Yeah.
Times Square,
42nd
The
Street.
main spot.
catch a
Main
play, get robbed at going on Applebee's or whatever the case, one of the restaurants when they boost up the price on you because you're in Times Square. But it is what it is. Enjoy the sights and the fancy lights and the shinings
There
and all
was a
that.
time
good
you
stuff.
got robbed before you got into Applebee's.
That is true.
Yeah, getting off the train.
That
Getting
is
right
true.
off the train.
Hey, yo, what size are your sneakers?
Your size.
Your size.
Going to Times Square a couple of decades ago was survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore. Luckily for you tourists.
Luckily for you.
Yeah, luckily for you.
Yeah.
You can have your camera out and take pictures.
You manure.
Yeah.
A couple of decades ago, not so much.
Yeah. You know, the triad gang to help you.
Yeah, take your picture quickly and keep it moving.
Go get the Archie Bunker started.
Right. You can hit your Statue of Liberty. You can go down to down there, maybe hit the ferry. The Staten Island ferry is cool because it's free, but there's not much of Staten Island to see but garbage. So whatever. They're rebuilding it. They're redoing some things in Staten Island, but whatever.
Hey, they can check out the World Trade Center that took like almost a decade to rebuild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That for me, you want to, but don't ask me where it is because I'm not gonna answer you. But anyway, that's just my my opinion on it. So you can go to the World Trade Center site if you want to.
That's Hateful Joe right there.
It's basically a construction site. If you want to watch people work, then you can go down there and watch it. One building is finished; it's not open yet, but you can watch. You can look at the one building like in the basement.
So am I to understand that the World Trade Center? I'm back new to New York again.
Yeah, he was away from
in Texas for a while. Still am. Am I to understand that the World Trade Center is still not up and running like when we used to go down there?
One building is finished.
One building?
One building. The main buildings.
We do a building in a decade.
It's politics, man.
A lot of politics behind it. A lot of work they had to do, man. They still had to clean up. They had to reinforce the foundation. So it was a big project.
But it's a lot of politics.
They got the main one building up. I think one of the smaller ones is up. Then they're redoing the whole transit hub down there. It's crazy right now. You got to see it. They redone the whole hub. It's fancy. It's everything. They redid all of that. But they're still working on the second main tower, which is now the Freedom Towers, and all that good stuff.
Was the second tower the blow up tower?
Hey,
Wow. There's heart right there. Wow.
It's gonna be the Freedom Tower too, I guess. I don't know. This guy right here.
Your left?
Your left is extreme.
All the Block Sports Talk is not responsible for any of that.
Comments by the Greyhound.
Listen. It's 10 years. My boy used to work there. Tickets to the Knicks games, hockey. It was beautiful. Concerts. Everywhere in the United States where some kind of act of terrorism has happened, they rebuild it in a matter of months to a year or two. But for some reason in New York, Silverman and all of them not included, Giuliani, 10 years and you're still talking about, hey, we're putting it together. It should be up, done, and running.
A lot of politics behind it because they had to deal with New Jersey too, because the whole Port Authority owned it. Port Authority was part of both states, so they had to.
Okay.
So
Jersey is kind of far, a whole 15 miles away.
Yeah, just
far.
Hot skip over the river. Yeah.
Sending those telegrams back and forth. That was kind of hard. You know what I mean?
But it is what it is. For you tourists coming down, sure you go down there and check it out. But outside of the quote unquote tourist traps,
Where you sending them?
hey, go just scroll through Lower Manhattan. Check out the architecture of some of the old buildings, the buildings in the areas that Gangs of New York from the movie, something we talked about in our movie show.
Yeah.
Check out those areas, the 5 Points, which is Center Street and all that type of stuff. Go around there. In Little Italy, which is shrinking, but go down to Little Italy.
That's why it's Little Italy.
Yeah, it's getting littler. It's getting littler. And Mott Street and all that in Chinatown. Go through those areas.
These guys coming over here to Mott Street.
Right, to talk about a thing. You got to see a guy sometimes, and that's the place to go. You want to see that guy about that thing.
Yeah.
How about Arthur Avenue up in the Bronx?
The real Little Italy.
Yeah.
The official Little Italy, hey, that's
If
what
you can take the train uptown.
Yeah.
You can find that.
While you're there, you check out the Bronx Zoo. Landmark that
that
actually has improved and has been fantastic.
Yeah.
I take my kids to the zoo at least once a year. It's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
And Wednesdays is family day, so you can get it for free.
Right.
Then you got Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. You know
The brand new Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
check
brand
that
new
out.
Yankee Stadium.
Check out the new facilities, the new little museum they have in there for all the greats that wore the pinstripes in the BX. And you handle your business right
Listen,
there.
one of my favorite spots that everybody forget, and just recently we had that fire that happened down there, so you have to pray for those people that got to that situation with the fire. But St. Mark's Place, right there, Thompson Square Park area.
Always
Thompson
nice.
Square, that LES, that like I said, Lower Manhattan.
Yeah.
A lot more things to venture and look at. You see the old buildings, the old brownstones, the old cobblestone streets every now and then that haven't been ripped up.
Yeah,
check that out instead of going your prototypical Statue of
And while
Liberty.
you're down there, get a sandwich from Cats.
Oh, nothing like a $20 hero to make your day. I
Not
mean,
even a hero,
fantastic.
it's only a ride.
Yeah, that's true. They don't.
Club roll.
You can't have cheese and mayonnaise on the same
Right,
sandwich. But anyway, that's
don't do that.
fantastic sandwiches, though.
Or get a cannoli from your little local Italian bakery around there, because there's nothing wrong with a cannoli. Believe it.
The Floridori boys?
Yeah. Floridori's.
Adventure
That's
through
a
Lower
different
Manhattan.
story.
For us native New Yorkers that have been watching the show, I know Lower Manhattan, LES, it's not like it used to be. It's been It's really
been
yuppie up,
upgraded.
hipstered up, and upgraded up, and a lot of things are gone. But it's still, it doesn't have its neighborhood feel like it did 20 plus years ago.
No.
But it's still the LES.
You know what? It doesn't have the neighborhood feel, but it has a safer feel. You can, as a tourist, you can walk through there. Where back in the days, you get stripped through there. You know what I'm saying? So it is actually a beautiful thing.
That was all New York. So we talking about 42nd Street. That was a survival area. LES was in the combat.
Yeah, actually right.
How many people you know was going up to the Bronx and partying? Not too many. Back in
No, none of you, unless you were from here or you knew someone here.
That's not true. You had the Savoy Manor. You had ballrooms back in the early days.
Yeah, that you knew people.
In the early days.
In the early days, and then of course you have the world famous T Connection, the home of hip hop is the Bronx.
Yes,
world famous,
where people came from all over to come there.
Flyers.
Richie T's T Connection.
That's right.
For you hip hop historians, do your research. Breaking ground right there, Gun Hill and White Plains Road.
Some of the best battles ever was heard on the park bench right there in Gun Hill, the projects.
I remember as a kid seeing Flash and pull up in the U-Haul, dropping the equipment off to get busy up in there. Like, wow, too bad. I couldn't go, but it is what it is. But, but I seen that.
That was some beautiful stuff.
I snuck into one party carrying the records.
Record boy, always a good way to get in the thing.
Me being a DJ, I knew what the records were. And actually, record boy, a couple of records when Flash was warming up. Yeah, him and Grand Wizard Theodore.
Yeah, that was back in the days when people actually listened to records. Those are the big wide things that your moms and your pops have in the sleeve. It's a little different.
You had real DJs.
That we always tell you not to play with.
Yeah.
When you have real DJs, because nowadays you got dudes that are computer wizards and they call themselves a DJ.
Wow, they write a program to mix a song. You
right,
know?
it's
a whole party on
it's full of baloney, man.
That's not a party, man. That's called an iPad.
Yeah. I don't want to hear you put your...
That's an iParty. You know, an iParty.
You put your hard drive in and then stand there and watch everybody rock. That's not DJ.
But these kids don't even know what a cassette tape is, so...
Yeah, cassette.
Ooh,
that's
cassette.
That's
oh, man. To y'all that have the cassette, what are they? Benzie boxes still in your car, you know. Big up to y'all, you know. What was that other spot? Richie T?
Yeah.
That take on Tremont to get the tapes.
Tremont used to be able to get the tapes back in the days of the battles.
The record store. Yeah.
When one of the legends, 5 greatest of all time, Kumo D used to come out there and you just get a Kumo D and hear him roast everybody. I mean, I won't mention the names because hell, you don't know who they are.
He's got like a real cult following too. They were at the one time because he was my cousin Trev. Big shout out to you, Trev. You know, he always run around. He's got the most, still to this day, got the Mo D look with the glasses and the golden child hat. You know what I mean? So, I want the knife. But
you know what? For you hip hop heads that might be visiting the city from out of town, I can't talk, but they have tours. They have a hip hop tour that I see them doing. Where they can do
it's actually run Grandmaster Cash, who came on Miss Gabby show.
Exactly.
He does the narrating of it of the tour. Yeah,
it takes you to landmarks. They go by the Fever. They go by different landmark spots. Cedric Ave, where Cool Herc used to wrestle. He did his thing at. Yeah, so look into that. Google it. Check your info. You come to the city if you're a hip hop head, or a younger cat. You want to check out. Do your research on the birthplace, which is the BX.
I think they have a hip hop museum now.
They have they're having they have an exhibition that's going on in the museum. I have the info,
but no, they're supposed to be, I think, opening up one at the Kingsbridge Armory.
No kidding.
Yeah, they're opening up one. Yeah, and they're going to have ice skate rink. It's going to be like a complex where it's got sports and everything, and they're going to have the hip hop museum in there.
That would be great because no better place than the Bronx to have the hip hop museum. It's the birthplace.
Birthplace of hip hop.
For those that don't
know, we know the South is running it right now, but
not even.
y'all need to come up here and check out what's going on and how it originated. You know what I mean?
Because it wasn't for the Bronx.
A lot of the photography is going to be done by Big Joe. You know, he's like a hip hop historian, photographer. He did a lot of stories, and basically followed half of hip hop around almost all over the city back in the 80s. He's got a lot of general footage that nobody's seen before. It's supposed to be good, man.
They have an exhibition starting April 1st to September at the Museum of New York on 5th Avenue. with over almost 100 photos of hip hop stuff from the early days.
Wow.
I saw that in the paper and I wrote it down because I wanted to check it out. So you know, a few hip hop heads coming to the city, something to do out of the norm. Stop going to, you know, the statue, which is all cool, but you want to do something out of the norm. That's something to check out right there. Get your history of hip hop.
The real tours in New York, you know what I'm saying? Gotta hit the BX, baby. Gotta hit the BX.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna check it out.
As long as they stay away from you.
Hey, really? Yeah.
Then you got the house music parties, like, you know, the parties out there at Coney Island and Fort Greene and Central Park, you know, Summer Stage, Central Park.
They still doing the Fort Greene
yeah, and they
Park
do it.
trip
They
on
do it
Sunday?
like once. They do it like twice a year. Yeah, it'd be Soul Summit that do it. Big shout out to Soul Summit. It'd be packed out there too.
Oh, man.
Also,
remember how we got home that time, Theo? Because I don't. I was driving.
well, we don't condone those type of things, but sometimes that happens.
These are house parties. It's like drinking wine at Central Park. It doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Also, outdoor
With
events.
Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Wingate Park out in Brooklyn. They have nice little music events during the summer. That's something to check out. These are alternatives for giving you tourist folks.
And they still got Grant's Tomb.
Oh, they pumping that back to life?
Yeah,
That's big shot.
yeah.
Grant's Tomb, 122nd Street. It's at Grant's Tomb.
Yeah,
right. That's just good.
that's
Harlem
a
Work.
beautiful event. Man.
Harlem Work. Gotta check that out, man.
Probably
Gotta
don't
check
still
that out.
have the same kind of vendors, but still.
It might be even better now because it's not as popular and as overrun as it was back in those days.
When we went?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man.
when I first was going, everybody went for the appreciation of the bands and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
when I first got put onto it, I caught it at that point
Yeah,
too.
because big shout out to Mr. Wilson and Phyllis. You know, Mr. Wilson, he's you know, one of the coalition guys down in Harlem. And when we was younger, he used to always like tell us about it. So when we got older, we started going there. And then next thing you know, it just got out of control.
Right.
You know?
I got put on by my older sis. She put me onto it. I met after work like, wow, this is what's
But
up.
big shout out to the Muslim fishery and the Peace Cobbler people out there. You know, because I'm coming to see y'all again. That was they used to have a line with the Peace Cobbler.
Oh, the cobbler.
Yeah,
Fish,
man, and the
fish
fish.
stands,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Oh, man.
Hey, you know, we black folks, we like some fried fish, man. This
It's
is-
like some fish, we love some cobbler.
That's all.
That's some cobbler, master.
Hey, it's-
Nothing like that cobbler now.
it is
you
what
know?
it is. It is
That's
what it is.
worldwide, yeah.
But hey, these are just, like we said before, we're going to reiterate throughout the show. Helpful tips for the tourists coming through to our great
Stay
city.
away from you.
This guy over here,
I'm just saying.
I don't get it.
Tourists, watch
But
out for
you
this
know,
guy.
you got
Joe's
to
a
check out some
beautiful
things.
guy, man. Don't be afraid.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't be scared.
Like I said, if you're downtown, you never know. You walk down to the Village, Lower Manhattan, go by West 4th Street, the park, aka the Cage. You never know who you're going to see playing ball there.
That's
It's not a tournament game, or even a pickup game. You don't know who you're going to run into. You might catch a New York legend, an NBA pro,
Right.
whatever.
Always a beautiful thing.
It's
Same
always a
thing
good
like
look
Rucker
right
Park.
there at the Cage on West 4th Street.
Indeed.
Or you can take yourself uptown to Harlem World in Effect, go to Rucker Park, 55th.
Catch 5 dunks in 20.
Yeah, but
Get there early if you want to really get in the game, you know.
only in New York, man, you get to see people before they make it, like, really constantly. You know what I'm saying? Because, remember, like, let's take it, like, going on the South Ferry, listening to a vocal group just
The
singing
Force
all the
MDs.
time will end up being the Force MDs later on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
these are the things that you have, man. Hip-hop historians like Melly Mel just rocking in the park, becoming, you know, and Curtis Blow in the record books, you know, with these are the breaks. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
Yeah, man.
So true.
You know, you got guys like that, man.
What about Charlie Barnett, West 4th? Used to go see him.
Telling jokes in the park.
Telling jokes in the park. Then he was on Miami
That's
Vice.
true, yeah.
Or DC Cab.
And then he started doing movies. Didn't Charlie?
He did
no, he
DC
did direct. He did DC Cab and some other flicks.
And he did
And the monkey got too heavy.
Yo,
Yeah.
but for real, we had a lot of comedians around here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
still
yo,
do.
every year the
still do.
Gun Hill roast. You know what I'm saying? I got roasted on people. I got roasted back. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary D. Bond. Shout out to you,
Yeah,
bro.
B. Bonds, right? Yeah.
In the building. Other things, you know, we got the iconic Dirty Water Dog. Well, you can check that out if you want to. But if you want a better dog than that, you can go to Nathan's or Great Papaya.
Oh.
Yeah, there's still a couple of them around.
No
Great
kidding.
papayas.
Are they still 50 cents? Ass
They
slash.
might be a little more. You know, hey,
$1.50
inflation,
juice.
bro. They might be a little more than 50 cents.
They sweeten it up. They still give you the sugar mango juice. You know.
Yeah. But there's a great papaya. This is a New York experience.
Yeah,
You can't go to New York without
true.
getting a hot dog. Either
That
through
is
Dirty
true.
Water Dog or Nathan's or a great papaya.
Hey,
New
when
York
we're talking about New York, though, what can we bring to the table for Queens? I mean, we always seem to leave them out, you know, MC Shan. But what can we
Flushing
bring?
Park. You go to Flushing
Flushing
Meadow,
Meadow Park,
Flushing
okay,
Meadow.
the aquarium.
where they had the
No,
aquarium.
the aquarium's in Brooklyn.
Huh?
Aquarium's in Brooklyn.
Coney Island. They have the aquarium.
That's Coney Island.
City
But
Field,
isn't
you
there an
go out
aquarium in
Nah.
Queens
No,
somewhere?
they just Flushing Meadow where they used to have, they had the World's Fair. I think it was 64.
In
68.
Queens, you have the Wetlands Foundation,
Preserve, yeah, okay.
where you could go out there with the little boat, do your National Geographic thing, you know, talk with a little English accent and sell a video, you know.
But you go to Flushing Meadow Park where they had the World's Fair back in the 60s. Or
That
go to
was
City
pretty
Field
cool.
where the Mets play. It's a nice field to check out. It's reminiscent of Ebbets Field. Give you that whole nostalgic feel for those type of things.
And you got Chinatown out there on Main Street in Flushing.
In
which
Flushing.
is-
Wow.
They got a lot of good food. Big
Yeah.
shout out to my man Kung Fu Kev. We used to go out there to dim sum. They have one of the largest dim sum restaurants out there.
That's a very big Chinese district in Flushing.
Asian.
Yeah.
Huge.
Asian.
Huge.
Excuse
I
me.
mean, second, I think the second largest next to San Francisco, if I'm not
In
correct.
Flushing, yeah, it's quite big. Yeah.
Right.
We got JFK.
Yeah, but you're gonna be flying into
You're gonna be
JFK.
flying
You
in.
know,
No, but they got
Yeah,
spots.
JFK,
Chill.
LaGuardia.
Not really. There's
You give a little love to Queens, you know what I mean? You'll never get the love that you should, you know.
They get a little-
Hip hop included, MC Shan.
Hey, they got LL.
Well, yeah, okay.
Hey, LL's an icon of the game.
Hey, LL is an icon.
But you
Take
know what
nothing
was a
away
real
from-
cool area over there? What's that area like after you get over the 59th Street Bridge? Where you go to the left, where they got a lot of the factories and stuff. Yeah, because they got this art district there. Queensbridge, yeah. They got this art district over there right around the
Yeah,
corner
Silver Cup.
from Fear. Yeah, Silver Cup. There you go.
Silver Cup Studios,
Yeah.
yeah. I think Bill Cosby actually did the Cosby Show.
Yeah,
They did a movie over there, Highlander.
A lot of movies,
Yeah.
because the movie district is down.
Highlander, King of New York was
King
shot
of New
over
York,
there. Yeah, actually.
Silver
they do
Cup.
do a lot.
They
Yeah, Silver Cup
turned
Studios.
that industrial area into filming. A lot of the movie companies got over there and they did their thing.
Yeah,
So
there's
big
a lot
shout
of
to
working
them.
girls over there too.
Hey, ooh.
It's a college over there, man.
York?
New York.
No, York is
LaGuardia.
deeper. LaGuardia College. Yeah, LaGuardia College.
Which I
It's
attended.
actually pretty nice.
Yeah, which
man.
I attended to.
Yeah, York College I attended.
7 to 1 ratio of women to men.
Well, now you got a lot of Backpage.com girls over there.
Oh, nothing like Backpage. Big shout out to the Backpage girls.
Yeah, I wish
Get in, get out. Bye-bye.
Big shout out to Craigslist.
We pay you to leave.
Craigslist and everything made in New York, you know.
Made in New York. Casual encounters.
Yeah.
We're not condoning these things.
Nah, but we're just giving you options.
But to each his
You know
own.
what I'm saying? You are in New York, have some fun.
The casual encounters.
Big shouts to Marley Ball. We
Yeah,
ain't mad at you.
Master
on-
Ace.
on board.
Yeah, the old Juice Crew.
We're giving you alternatives, folks, besides the stereotypical joints. You don't want to wait on long lines, give you something, an option. So you don't have to
There
stay
is
out
one
there.
spot, there's a long line, but yo, if you want real good seafood, you gotta go up to City Island. That is ridiculous.
City Island,
Yes,
fantastic.
Only line you don't
Robstown.
is the driving the line to get over the bridge. But once you get in there, you got good to go. You got multiple options.
You got a
food
beach,
is-
Orchard Beach. One of the few
Food is
beaches
great.
in New York
This
City.
is the best food I've ever ate in my life.
I hate that commercial.
Yo, he look like Kenny Brown a little bit too.
I wouldn't smack that guy. But it's so overly done. But anyway, I'm not naming all the restaurants because you're not giving me a free
They
meal.
not-
But hey, you know, there's a lot of restaurants. A lot of restaurants. Some are well known, some are not. But like I said, I'm not naming them until I get a free meal. So anyway,
Right.
Mucho options at City Island. It's on the popping, son. It's on the popping.
Jet
Lot of
ski,
things.
swimming.
Hey, you swim if you want to. I wouldn't swim in that stuff, but that's their zone.
It's a beach, though. I mean, it's one of the few beaches that are inside New York
It's not really a
City.
beach.
Yeah, Orchard Beach.
But the one thing I can't
That's what they
understand
call
about
it,
it,
It is, but-
one thing I can't understand about it, how come all the Brooklyn and Queens beaches, you don't have to pay to go to them, but the
But you
Bronx
gotta pay
one you
to
got to
run.
pay to go to?
Good
It's
point.
the Bronx Riviera. They have that's what they call it.
Hold on, let's call up Larry Seabrook and get it. Get the
I think he's in jail.
Well, now it's Councilman King. That took
Larry Seabrook out of office. Wow.
Or the borough president. They call Mr. Seabrook.
He was like Ed Cox in his place.
He needs phone time.
How am I doing?
I think Mr. Seabrook needs phone time. I'm not sure about how that goes.
His daughter was kind of sexy, man. Remember that?
It's self-careful.
Governor Davis from The Wire type stuff.
Oh man,
But like I was saying, folks, go to City Island. It's a great sight to see. It's the Bronx Riviera. Remember, hey, not about a year and a half ago, J-Lo did a show out there.
Yeah,
right.
So it's popping, man. Bronx Park.
For a lot of revenue to that area.
And not for nothing, for those that don't know and won't realize, that whole park area with Pelham Bay Park, Orchard Beach area, it's bigger than Central Park.
Is it really? Yeah.
Yes. It dwarfs Central Park.
Yeah.
So come check out. It's a
something
historical thing too, man.
And another good thing for our female listeners that I know some of y'all like to do shopping and stuff. They have nice antique shops out there and different family-owned art shops and stuff where you can go and check out little things. So the ladies that like I show this one at, that's for y'all. Y'all go out there and check that out.
And all that to
you got get your used bag made out of out of Indian rawhide leather, that kind of thing made out there, thrift shops and things.
But if you want some authentic Indian material, you can check
horseback riding too.
Right at the City
Island
Beach.
yeah.
If you want some authentic handmade Indian trinkets, jewelry, bags, you come to the National Museum of the American Indian in Lower Manhattan. It's free, open every day, and you get your stuff right there. It's something to check out. Now, I know, I'm not gonna say why, but I know. But anyway,
he knows a guy.
I know a guy.
That knows a guy.
You gotta know a guy. In New York, you gotta know a guy. And then if you don't know a guy, you gotta find someone that knows a guy, and they help you out. Because it's part of New York, there's knowing a guy.
And New York, believe it or not, we are very friendly. A lot of people I spoke to. No, a lot of tourists, everybody was very helpful. And it wasn't the typical, stereotypical back in the 80s where,
as long as they don't want to
who are you looking at? Why are you saying hi to me? You're not from out of town. You're from out of town. It's a different feel for it now.
Sir, you ever read his post?
Like I said, as long as they don't want to
Angry man. Damn you!
I keep him 100.
Yeah, I got one thing though. What that I used to miss was basically like Chinese New Year in Chinatown. Because now they don't have the firecrackers anymore. Right. And then the big Italian style, mob style 4th of July, brigade parties that they used to have over here in Little Italy and over here.
That's true.
Man, they're not able to do that anymore?
Nah, man. They shut Vito and them down. You know what I'm saying?
You'll keep your eye open for different festivals, like the San Gennaro Festival, which is in the later part of the year.
Okay.
You can go check that for the festival.
Yeah, but there's no fireworks.
Like you used to get back.
No, they stopped with the fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
They put the kibosh in the fireworks.
Yeah, my Guido and Kenobi guys, they really did their thing then. That was really nice. Oh, man, yeah.
You know a guy.
Fourth.
Yeah, we all know
get a good cup of coffee,
and M80.
Yeah, I used to get M80.
Cup of coffee and a pack of M80s. We can take off your hand, but you're pretty quick.
Wait, you gotta be quick about it.
See, that's
don't try to blow a phone up.
Again. Or use a bowling ball and rob a phone.
Yeah.
A story on that. You see what I'm saying? When we growing up, we could actually play with damn near explosives.
And they were explosives.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Yeah, kid style. That you knew what to do.
Many a toilets in the school with them. Waterproof.
Even the
I'm not condoning that.
Yeah, we used to take them and go down to Bronx Park, right?
Oh,
blowing up and throw them into the water. Yeah.
Oh man.
Even the fattest kid. Yeah, I know. I'm shutting the show down. The fattest kid was fast. Because you know he had short fuses. You got to be quick, so you have to be quick. Well, you get him the numb hand.
He's throwing up a sign without even realizing.
How's it going, man? Oh, you was at the fireworks show last year.
When we were young, we didn't have any helmets or training and stuff.
We were daring.
Nah, it's not even that. It was
of course to the wing.
Remember I was talking about 300, where you send your kid out into the forest and come back with a Will Sherling with just a stick?
Yeah.
The kid was tough. We're tough.
You had to earn your stripes back in the days.
You come on and
give it to you.
Generation a little softer.
PETA and all these special groups didn't give you anything. You had to earn it.
Orange slices were handed out every time someone, won a game or lost.
Right.
We're all winners. We beat you 5-0. Are you kidding me?
I got another tip.
You know what I mean?
I got another tip. Like every state, for the most part, is known for they're delicacies. Like we mentioned, dirty water dogs. You got your New York pretzels. A slice of pizza. Now, when you come to the city, don't go run into
Papa John's
none of those craps, or go get your dollar
Papa
slice.
John's like, what are you talking about?
Hey, they're cool, but no. Don't go to the store to the dollar slice. You want to get a real slice, and don't go to. There's 1,000,001 Ray's, so don't get fooled by the Ray pizza because there's 1,000,000 of them.
I thought he was the famous one.
You got to go to a neighborhood.
You have to go to an Italian pizzeria.
You got to go to a neighborhood. You got to go to a neighborhood. Get out,
neighborhood.
Get out. Don't go to 42nd Street. Don't go to Times Square for a pizza. Get out of the tourist area. Venture off
to Brooklyn.
When you're in Brooklyn.
Bronx, Queens, anywhere there's always going to be an Italian. It's like Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. You got to go get you a real slice. I mean,
from a pizzeria.
What was that? Andrews had a slice this big,
right.
and it's 12 by 12, man. Yeah. Wow. I mean, a slice of pizza and an Italian icing.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you one restaurant that was very good, and I was sorry to see it go. Right up there on 215th Street and Holland Avenue, Diana's. Remember that? Used to make the big Italian
the hot dog. Get in it right in the
Italian guy, yeah.
They used to make good sandwiches back in the day. This is a Bronx thing. We got real local and real nostalgic on our own tip. But that was good.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Going to Olinville, stop by there and get a sandwich
now
every morning.
It's like apartments now. It's real derelicts over there.
Yeah, really?
We'll talk about it later. But yeah, you got to go to your neighborhood spot. That's one thing we try to tell you guys. I'm leading to the tourists. Get out of your tourist trap spots. Check out the neighborhood. That's where you get your good eateries. Yeah. Go where the people, the natives go.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do whenever I go somewhere. I want to go where the people live there, where they go to eat.
Yeah.
Because your regular tourist spot is gonna be like, because they're knocking it out.
But the thing that people got to understand is every borough, no matter where you're from, has your religion or has your background, your ethnic background, your cultural background in there. So, I mean, I can't really tell you where the Russian spots are in the Bronx, but I mean, hey, you go to Bensonhurst and some spots in Brooklyn.
You go to Brighton Beach, go to Coney Island.
Yeah, there you go.
You'll find your Eastern European
little Odessa. You can find it. I mean, as far as Indian, Arab.
Might go to Queens.
You can still come out here to the Bronx, get you a falafel and a gyro, which I'm going for tonight.
Beef patty.
Gyro.
Yes, it's Greek. That's what the correct pronunciation is
gyro.
Exactly.
I'm the Black Opti bunch.
And then my final last, what I missed was Gorman Frank Shop on Fordham Road.
Oh,
big shouts out to Captain Hammer.
Across the street from RKO and Valentine, man. You remember that, Kev?
Right, at the hot dog heaven. You remember the dog eat dog world.
We catch him a couple of times. Kev hooked us up
I think Kev hooked everybody in New York up off that. I was with the Hammer in Brooklyn one time, and the girl stopped you're the hot dog guy. I know you're the Frankfurter guy.
Wiki, dog.
Wow. That's what we're trying to get across. Check out your local eateries, your city eateries, outside of the tourist locales, and you get your good eats.
Good price.
If you happen to be from the West Indian background and you come to the city, you got to go to Brooklyn. You got to come to the Northeast Bronx.
Bronx, definitely.
Yeah, Brooklyn too.
Brooklyn and the Bronx. If you're from the West Indian, you'll find it. Trinidadian. We got what's that spot on Burke Avenue? Trinity Massive.
All that.
Haitian. You got Jamaican for roses. There you go.
Yeah, especially
you get some good.
If you got family in Brooklyn, then you got to go Flatbush Avenue and you get. Eat to your heart's content.
But you know what? That's the same with our Spanish culture. If you're Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Honduras, Fordham Road area,
LES,
Lower East Side.
Bushwick.
I mean, woo! The eats, people.
South Bronx,
is fantastic.
Southern Boulevard area.
Yeah.
You want to go to
and they got a serious restaurant over there by Castle Hill too that they just opened up. I don't know the name, but if you take the Cross Bronx Expressway to Castle Hill Avenue and get off and make a left,
there's been a few spots on Castle Avenue I used to go to.
Really good
when I was whipping.
And it stays packed. But I don't care where you go, anywhere, you're never going to find the kind of beef patties like the Kingston Bakery on 226th Street.
And White
Plains Road with the cocoa bread. Kingston Bakery. Oh my God. Fresh made beef patties, cocoa bread, butter and cheese.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
The best meat patty you'll have in your life. 226 White Plains Road in the Bronx.
Banana soda and all that other.
All that.
What
Ting.
And of course, if you're trying to make babies and things, man, you go to Brother Roy's and get your roots. You know what I'm saying? You go and get the roots. Tiger Born and Ting, man.
Punch with the roots on it.
It's not like Brother Roy's, man. Get you some Tiger Bones,
Put
bro.
roots and things upon me, Ting now, man.
That's what we're trying to convey. We're just helping people out. That's what we're here for.
You're helping them stay out of your way. This is the whole underlying thing.
Basically.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be there. I'm not trying to go that way. I'm not a mean guy. I'm just a short patient guy.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway,
That's just outside your zone. The local tourist traps are just that. They trap you in. The prices are expensive. You get a little bit of food. If you really want to find your culture and what's going on, get outside the box.
Venture out.
Venture
Like
out.
I mentioned, the LES, Manhattan, if you want to stay in Manhattan, the Barrio, Spanish Harlem. You go there, you'll definitely get some good eating.
Hey,
listen,
they have
keep-
family in these parts.
That's true,
And
too.
make it
Classic
easy.
black restaurants like Wilson's,
But
Yeah.
they're not done.
And they're not there no more. You got Sylvia's and stuff.
Sylvia's.
No, they're still open, but they're weak though. No, they're
But you got sweet potatoes in New Rochelle. That's very good right
you got
now.
some spots in Harlem you can find.
Yeah, and you got one spot. It's on 116th Street on Millie's.
Also, another spot, 116th. Your spot, 116th.
Amy Ruth.
Amy Ruth, yeah.
There's some spots. There's spots to find.
Wow.
You just gotta look.
Amy
If you really
Ruth's
want to venture.
huge, man.
And the city is more tourist friendly than it was 10 plus years ago.
Oh,
where
yeah,
you
the
really have to be
safety
scared.
is-
But I
you
tell
don't
you
have to be
what,
scared.
You gotta be
The
scared.
I
safety
tell you what, for $1,000, I have my sister whip up your whole tour bus, a nice entourage and drink. Nobody throws down like my sister with her macaroni and cheese. You know what I'm saying? So I keep it real.
Premier tour bus.
Yo, and dig it, man, right? You can also hire the Big Joe and Panda to show you around. You know what I'm saying? They'll be your tour guides for the
Big
weekend.
Joe, Big Joe Panda, New York tour
But-
guide.
New York tour guide. Hey, this is
Food tour.
I'll show you places, man. I'll show you some joints.
Yeah, this is what's that? That spot they used to be on in the Deuce. Latin Quarters. This is Latin Quarters, but
Latin
one guy
Quarters.
got shot.
Where hip hop used
Well, I
to
see
do its
Rick,
thing.
Slick Rick almost get robbed.
Where
Yeah.
KRS-One battled Melly Mel for a G back in the late 80s.
Ooh.
Epic spot right there.
KRS killed him, right?
Killed him. Ask Melly, he'll let you know.
He won't let you know that.
Because he can't lie.
He won't let you know.
Because everybody knows.
No
Wow.
kidding.
Latin
Put
Quarters.
Melly to bed.
Yeah, he battled him at the Latin Quarters, man.
No kidding. Put
Took
him
him.
to bed.
Took him.
Put a G up.
Well,
That's right up there with what was that? Cold Crush and Fantastic.
Five.
Are you ready to win the G? The Gusto's coming
Yeah.
home with me.
And you got another-
Oh man.
In the mid to late 80s, $1,000 was $1,000.
$1,000. That's about maybe 10,000 now.
That's one stack. You like one stack, but hey, it was the 80s.
That was
One
the
stack.
days.
One stack here. You'll ride.
But KRS, he beat up a lot of record labels too. He destroyed a whole
Chris
label,
was
man.
that dude. You didn't want to get on stage.
You didn't want to get on stage with him.
Nah, you
He
didn't want
crushed
to
the
do
whole
that, man.
borough.
Somebody else was talking about him recently. Some rapper.
Hope
Talking
it was
about-
good, but they might get finished.
Huh?
I hope they
I
didn't
don't know.
say
I
nothing
believe
bad.
I read it was something to do with I don't know if it was with Jay. I think it's with Jay.
You
when they
talking
was
about that Kanye West joint?
Yeah, and they was trying to talk about all-time rappers, and they didn't even put, and they said something negative about KRS. I gotta find that out. Bring it
Oh
up.
no. You know what? I did see
Blasphemy.
something with Jay. Where they were talking with Jay on a TV show, and they asked him his 5-time rappers, and he mentioned
five.
Tupac because of his energy, and Biggie and Nas. But then he said something like he didn't mention Rakim or KRS, but they were like on his second team. He
Right.
mentioned the Eminem.
Yeah, and I think KRS said he'll battle him or something like that. That would be something to see, though. I don't think Jay won any more battles after the Nas thing,
I
but
don't know.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a battle, man.
KRS is that dude, man. Big
yeah,
shout
I
out to
don't
KRS.
mess with the
you don't
art,
want to
man.
mess with
KRS.
KRS. Who was weaker, the king? Who was stronger, the king or the teacher, right? So that I don't think I wouldn't do that though.
I'm a fan of Jay. Jay, I ride or die with you to the end, brother. But
Leave that brother alone.
you know what? When it comes to the New York legends, man, the R and the KRS, you got to give them their props, man. Just
Yeah,
like you got to give Kane his props for putting you on.
I think he does. I got to see the interview to see how he meant it, because he's
Well,
got
they
to.
asked him his five top rappers, and he mentioned Biggie, of course.
Yeah.
He had to mention Tupac out of pressure, I guess,
Yeah.
because he said
Politically
Tupac's
correctness.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he mentioned
That's it, because his skill wise is that.
he mentioned Cool G Rap, and he mentioned I think Eminem, and I think he put himself in that top 5.
And he didn't put Nas in there, huh?
Well, Nas, Rakim, and KRS were like on the backup team. You know what I mean?
So disrespectful.
I'm just saying.
When you put on that spot,
that Ether kind of like, you had to write 3 songs to come back after Ether.
Because we're swaying off topic here.
Yeah.
That's what you guys wrote.
It's still.
I mean, I'm not employed with Jay, so I'm trying to be as honest as I can.
No personality, you know.
Who? No, Jay got personality.
No, Nas.
Oh, Nas. Nas just like watching paint dry.
Ooh,
that's true. It is.
Somewhere a friend of mine is like, the hell you talking about?
Yeah, Nas.
You know that guy.
Greatest rapper.
You see an interview with Nas, you go, oh, what happened? It's over yet? I love the dude.
I mean, you
makes
know,
great music.
Listen, Jay is one of those quiet Michael Jackson type personalities, but
he
still, he has a lot. He has a good interview. He keeps it real. Nas is just a dude who I prefer to see on the mic. You know what he does on his personal and what he does as far as philanthropy and going to Yale and these different schools.
Big ups.
Big ups to him, but as far as rapper,
interview-wise,
boring. You know what I mean? You know, Jay's concerts ain't exactly lighting the fire either. You know what I mean? There ain't no Biggie there.
Yeah.
But you know,
yeah, because Jay's just walking around. He's just gangster leaning every step, and he's just talking. You know,
he's doing the. Well, while we're on that note, though, big shout out to my man Common for winning the Oscar though. Common.
Yeah, big shouts to Common. Win the Oscar for
I would have. You couldn't have told me, just like you couldn't have told me 20 years ago that Jay was going to win a Grammy. I would have never thought that. But big up to Jay for winning that, and Common, because Common is the kind of guy who doesn't get the respect.
He gets overlooked at times.
And lyrically he's nice, but when he's talking about positive stuff, you just don't get the sales that go along. You don't get the commercial.
That's what he don't have the commercial.
There's no Public Enemy.
Oh. No, they had sales.
Listen, because Public Enemy is one of the most political movements ever. Then Chuck D, Chuck D goes around. Him and KRS was one of the first 2 people. I remember I saw him on Nightline with Ted Koppel.
Oh, no kidding.
And they got so powerful on there. You know, Ted Koppel got the power. At the time, the only person that could say we're going over the time. He went over the time an extra hour because they were just talking. But those were 2 intellectual dudes. You had Chuck D, you know what I'm saying, and you had KRS. That they was political, man. They got
dropping knowledge, and people just was like, whoa, wait.
But to get back to the subject at hand, New York. If you hire me and the Panda for your tour, we'll show you where these guys hung out and did their thing and made their music and made historical battles or where they performed at. Because a lot of the clubs where they performed at. Oh, God. God.
Yeah, it's an apartment building now.
It's gone. To where the rooftop was, to where the LQ was, to where the underground, a.k.a. the
we can just show you the sidewalk.
Union Square. Where these locations...
This is where dude LL got taken out on the street by Jay-Z.
Where great battles or hip-hop moments took place. I don't want gone. We'll show you where they were.
If you do my own particular tour, the Panda tour, I'll show you before they were dispensaries, they were called spots. That's another spot. Hey.
And if you do the Ken Mustafa tour, I'm gonna show you where all the legendary strip clubs was at, like the Goat, Cromwell's.
I can co-sign that tour.
That's another thing for you out of towners. The Bronx is kind of home of the strip club. They don't have it like they had it anywhere else.
You can check your gentlemen's clubs in Manhattan where you can't touch.
Yeah, you get robbed there,
If you want to put a more hands-on experience,
talk to the people, you fiends.
You might want to
talk to the people, fiends.
Go to your outer borough establishment if you want a more hands-on experience.
Unbelievable.
There's one that's popping in New York. A lot of people go to, a lot of rappers go to, whatever. This place, I can't, Send Something. I don't want to give a big shout out because they ain't giving me a check. But Send Something in the Bronx. They have specials and all that, and it's popping. But like I said, if you want to go to your fancy little ritzy, kind of boring, the lap dance, which is like a foot away from you,
and the don't touch me.
Right. You can stay in Manhattan and pay an arm and a leg. But for the more hands-on, more pleasant experience.
Pervicity.
More friendly
Go out of your
environment.
borough, B. Go out of the borough and out of the borough of Manhattan.
And go in there.
Experience.
Go in there.
Over there.
Go in there.
Right. And
These
check out
guys,
some
come
spots.
over here.
Yeah.
Check out some spots. You have a good time. Believe me.
The Bronx.
Yeah, man. Hey, the city, man. The city's a beautiful thing, man. Like I say, nothing like the city in the warm spring and summertime. Ain't nothing like the city, man.
Roller
Yeah.
skating. Still got skate key?
No.
Nah, we don't have any more of those.
I don't know if there's any really roller skating rinks in the city anymore, man. That's kind of a
Empire in Brooklyn?
Done.
That's been done. That's been done for decades, man.
But you have botanical gardens.
Wow.
Graffitis. I think that was gone.
The Graffiti Hall of Fame is gone. Both of them.
No. There was a roller skate called Graffitis.
But the Graffiti Hall of Fame for those who like art, because you get a lot of people from Switzerland and some of those places like that that really love and embrace the graffiti art.
Graffiti, like,
and they will come
yeah.
to check out the Hall of
Stuff.
Fame with the one that was in Queens, which has been whitewashed and gone now. You can go check out the one on 110th.
Yeah, 110th Street.
They still have it. It's not as vast as it used to be, but they still have pieces up there you can check out. But the one in Queens is
old
gone.
Redbird trains, man, old style, inside
Right.
and out. Remember when they used to tag on the trains? You could smoke cigarettes and anyway, that's old stuff.
That's
And
old New York.
Yeah, the train was different.
And then street performers. You remember the guy at on the FDR Drive by 125th Street, always doing the statue moves with his steak. Remember that guy there? He used to hold the balance of watermelon on his head for about a half an hour.
You'll see dudes doing similar things in different parks, like in the
Washington
Battery
Square?
Park.
Right, okay.
You'll see the guy just like Statue of Liberty or the Army Soldier, the Green Army Soldier. You see stuff like that. But you don't have street performance to where they did back in the old days with guys that played drums or dancing.
Oh,
you don't see a lot of that
the
anymore.
young
They kinda
kids that
shut
used
it down.
to play on 42nd
Yeah,
Street.
play the
and
bucket.
play the
You know, he
bucket.
used to play
still
the
see
joint
it.
Tonto,
still
jump
see
on
that?
it.
Yeah, I still see it.
You get him more on the train now, you know what I'm
But not
saying?
playing.
Yeah, he still plays.
Oh,
You
But
get
he
what's
got
that guy,
enough
the
money
underwear
to buy
cowboy, man?
Yeah, the naked cowboy.
Nike cowboy.
He's got enough money to buy a real drum set. Why? I mean, he's still playing the bucket.
hey, because it's easy
Yeah,
to carry
yeah,
a bucket.
hey,
You gonna carry your drum set everywhere you go?
Yeah,
I see the
get
guy
robbed.
bring gongos
But
on
I'm
the train.
saying he's nice with
It's
that.
easier
though.
than a drum set now. The
Yeah.
drum set is quite extensive, man.
That's
It's a little bit of
18
handful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't do it on the train. Thanks for bringing that up. We're gonna get the train stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, train etiquette.
How much time we got for this?
We got a few minutes. We got enough time. I'll make it quick. You're a tourist. You come on the train to go where you gotta go, and you get your knapsack full of your goodies and your whatever you're carrying. Take it off your back when you get on the train, please.
Yes.
I think we
And-
talked about that.
I know,
Put
but
it in your
the
front.
tourists don't know this.
Because I like to go in my
Every
hot
year is we have to
time
give him a new-
machine. I like to go in my hot time machine and beat up the dude that made the backpack. Because I don't think he knew people were
That's the best
stupid enough
invention
No,
ever.
to come in there.
on a crowded damn train.
I just got back from my rat backpack. You
With
know
a
what I mean? Like,
backpack.
yeah, listen, no.
Take the backpack off.
Another thing, when you're traveling and you're gonna get on the train to go to you check out the sites, some of the sites that I've told you to check out, don't do it during rush hour. Because I don't need you holding the door when I'm trying to get home from work.
Wait. You trying to say, get out of the way.
Yeah, that too. Stop holding
Plan
the
your
train
trips accordingly.
before rush hour and after rush hour. Not during rush hour.
Not
Once it
at
hits
that
4 o'clock, be where you need to be and enjoy that visit. Don't be looking to hold up the train, because that's when you'll run into your rude New Yorker, when you're trying to hold us up from getting home from work.
Your pickpocket. The guys who will do you dirty and to show you the negative side of New York City. You know what I mean?
Start
So,
your travels after
early.
9 and start your travels after 6.
so in other words, travel between 9:30 and 3:30, and
And
after
then-
6:30 to, let's just say 12:30. We don't want you riding the train too late because you
Well,
mess
actually-
around and fall asleep. and
No,
get a
the
ticket.
train-
The train's crowded now. It's crazy. People it's crowded at midnight. It's like, where's people going? But anyway,
Really?
he's right. From 9 to 3, and then after 6, get on the train and go where you gotta go. Because rush hour, that's when you run into your people who are tired, ready to go home, me. And then you say we're rude. We're not rude. We just want to go home from work, and I don't need you holding the door for your straggler behind, not knowing where they're going.
Yeah, because they were looking at directions.
Right.
We need to take the A to the C and
No, but you know
get
what?
your ass on the train.
You know
yeah?
what? They don't ask that. They go, which is the red liner? And you don't ask us what color line, because we don't know it by the line. Native New Yorkers know by the numbers and the letters. You ask us what color line, we're looking at you like you're crazy.
And get your ball off my lawn.
That too. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be helpful. Because I had those come to me. I remember the first time I was like, which is the red line of this. I'm like, the red line? What the hell are you talking about?
Talking about the red line. You know the train is silver.
European flag.
For time's sake, what is the red line? Was it the 2 train?
2, 3, and 1.
Right, the 1, 2, 3s.
Okay.
They are considered the red line.
What's this
The
purple?
4, 5, and 6 is the green line.
I lived in New York all my life and never knew that.
Wow, we don't really run. I mean, we've seen the colors, but as he said, we don't pay
We
attention
just thought
to
it
the
was just
numbers and letters.
you know, make it look pretty or something.
Yeah, the green line, the red line. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because if you stay on one of those 1, 2, or 3 too long, you could go on the wrong direction. Because remember, for not for nothing, the 1, 2, and 3 they go to the same locations through Manhattan.
Yeah,
Once they get out of Manhattan,
They
they
split.
split
Yeah.
on both sides.
The one goes to the west side. The one goes to the west side. What was
They go in
the 2
different-
in middle east.
Right,
and
the
3
further
just
sections
stops.
of the boroughs,
Yeah.
they splinter off. In Manhattan, you can get on either one. If you're on the green line, which is the 4, 5, 6, get on any one in Manhattan. But if you want to leave the borough, make sure you're on the right train. And look, there's signs everywhere. Don't stand in front of a sign and then stick a map in my face. I'm just trying to help you out. Don't look at me as being mean. I'm just trying to help you out.
Take me here.
Yeah.
I want to go here.
I'm going to ignore you because I've done that before. I'm not going to be rude.
Not you.
I'm just going to walk away from you.
Seriously? You?
Ask politely. That's another thing. Don't get construed. We're all rude. If you ask politely, you'll get answered politely.
No.
You'll get help.
Wait. That's for every goddamn.
But I'm just trying to tell the tourists, because the tourists, a lot of them don't know
see.
how to ask. Listen, I work in a place where I see a lot of tourists come across tourists. You don't come across tourists unless they get hurt. I'm coming across them. They're like, where's such and such? I'm like, I don't know. Ask me politely. That's all I ask.
Ask me like
That's
I'm
in
doing.
every-
Oh,
They
you
like-
being hypersensitive. They just don't know, man.
But you have to learn how to ask.
See, that's the real New York attitude. There you go. That's
I'm just saying. Ask me politely.
You know where this is? Nah, I don't know where this is. But I tell you what, give me $10 and I'll find out.
Exactly. Because 20 years ago, you asked rudely, you'd have got robbed.
That was 20 years ago.
Turn around, let me show you.
like when you like when a person go down south, they take the time. Come on, well, I'll take you there. You know what I'm saying? You go.
Unfortunately, in New
New
York,
York,
we're
you're
not
not
taking
getting
you
that.
there too frequently. We'll show you where,
Well,
but
I
we won't
believe.
take you there. I believe you can take this to get there.
Us three, we're from Sin City, New York.
Yeah.
That was the old Sin City, New
Yeah,
York.
survival of the fittest, New York. That's where I'm from.
Yeah, so.
That's where I was brought up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but tourists, there's a couple of lessons that you need to learn.
Give them
you know,
direction
you
for
can
God's sake.
And listen, I do. But if I have to repeat it twice, then I'm walking away from
That's
it.
because they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Big
learn
black-
the English.
Big
Big
black,
English.
mysterious man.
Hey, listen, like we always say, when you come to America, speak American. All right?
Wow. That was very George Bush of you.
Hey, listen, that's just how it is.
Wow.
Don't come here talking about blah, 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 blah. Hey, I don't understand that.
Wow.
I can't help you. You know?
Another helpful tip to where you will avoid the rudeness is you don't have to get in my face to ask me the question.
Close talkers?
Give
You
us
don't
some
like close
space.
talkers? You don't like close talkers?
Arm's length.
Thank you.
Arm's length.
Arm's length. You don't got to get right here to ask me
everybody.
where.
Yeah, I never understood that. Like they trying to lip read you or something
Right,
like
right.
that.
This is
Arm's
not
length.
Europe. We need some space here.
Right.
Buffer zone?
New York is like
Bubble.
our space.
Bubble?
We like our space.
Listen, you get too close in New York, two-piece, boom,
Yeah,
you know?
I feel
1, 2.
threatened. I feel threatened. I might
You're
hit you.
violating my space. We're not used to that.
Right.
So we don't go speaking to each other. Hey, how's it going, man? You know? No, fuck
I'm
you.
just trying to help, man. I'm
Yeah.
trying to help.
Like, oh, you sound like Bob for marketing, right?
Yeah.
Yo, man, it's right down here, man.
Dude, it's over here. Yeah, all right, Bob, man. Anyway,
Close
look at somebody sees.
Don't be a close talker. Don't be a low talker. Speak up. Take your time at arm's distance and ask me
See,
where
I
you
don't,
go.
you know,
Be courteous.
I'd rather a low talker than a loud talker.
No, I don't want
No, don't whisper to me. There's a train. It's loud. It's a crunch time.
Yeah?
I'm gonna walk away.
Get out of here. What are you?
See, you don't deal with a tourist, so you don't know. You don't know, my
No,
friend.
I do with New Yorkers themselves.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but they're wounded
Fall.
half the time.
They're fall,
And
they
they
fall
knocked
under the
out.
same
Exactly.
affliction.
No,
They
they
fall
They
under the
can't
same
speak
affliction.
back to you.
What you deal with?
Where's the cafeteria? Really? Where's the, excuse me, where's the excuse me in that?
Where's the vending machine is over there, buddy. All right, get out.
Is this elevator going up or down? All right.
I don't know. Why don't you get in and
I'm
find
going
out?
sideways. So don't tell me I don't do
I had a
this.
person ask me if the staircase goes down.
No.
But that's an honest answer, though.
Stairway to heaven, baby.
I mean, there's some places where the stairways only go up.
Well, you can look and see which way the stairs is going. If it gets dark, it's going down. If it gets light, it's going up.
Well, if you're on the second floor,
No, fool.
Well, I mean, you know, listen.
Stairs only go
Stairway
up.
to heaven.
That's what's in the basement. But if you're on the second floor, don't ask me if the staircase goes down.
No.
Because you're lucky if I don't push you down.
Yeah. I don't know. You tell me. Ah!
But on that note, folks,
Yo,
you know
you know what? They ask you if it's going down. I'm trying to find out myself.
I walked away. Because I don't want to get any kind of something backlash coming out being rude. So I walk away a lot of times now. I've learned that I turned it down and I walk away.
They know you was a
man,
brute already.
tolerant of New Yorkers, man.
Joe,
Hey, I've got something for you, out of towners and inner towners.
There you go.
Learn not to eat on the train. It's a place
was on
to
the
ride. It's not a place to eat. Listen,
We talked about
if
this.
you've got
And
a
I'm glad
fruit,
he's bringing it up again.
fruit is okay.
Right.
A quick little vegetable, you chewing on a carrot looking
Maybe
like
even
Owen
a-
Williams
maybe
and
even-
Shooters or something.
yeah, that look kind of cool when you're doing that. Like,
Yeah.
like he's really into not leaving a carbon footprint, right?
No problem.
Right.
Vegetables or a nice small fruit.
Maybe even a
But
little
you
oatmeal.
having French fries, chicken wings with hot sauce,
Jesus Christ.
various things. No.
stinks up the whole train.
Chicken
now I gotta go
parmesan.
You're making people hungry. You're usually making a mess out of yourself.
And I'm going to work smelling like
you know.
special number 2.
Exactly. Then you drop the fork. You
But I
eat
mean,
with your
it-
We'll talk
fingers.
about dropping the
With
fork.
all the dust
you see
particles.
Yeah, I saw that.
With all the
reminded me.
dust particles in New York, why would
Dust
you want to eat in the
particles
train
on the train.
station?
It's
You
not
get a lot of
healthy.
steel dust and stuff like
Dust
that.
particles.
not healthy.
How about the homeless particles? Huh? That's getting on your sandwich.
The bacteria. They're just I mean,
sandwich.
Oh, it's disgusting.
No,
if you
it's
eat
not
on the
good.
train, you might as well eat with the whole New York. Because that's
Listen.
all New York in there.
If you can't peel what you're eating on the train, a banana, an orange, where you can eat a little
Don't
bit.
even eat the orange, because I don't want the whole train smell. I don't want to smell like an orange. Orange.
Don't
It's kind of a sweet
eat.
smell.
It stinks. The whole
Don't
train
don't
smells.
eat. Don't eat is what I'm really telling you.
Citrusly
But if you
smell.
need
Get
a
a
snack,
granola bar.
a couple of little
Granola
peanuts,
bar.
granola bar, something that you
Something
can
that
just
just-
keep within one hand. If it requires 2 hands to hold it,
You know what?
It's not for
Something
the
like
train.
you said. Like you said, if you're gonna eat a snack, you're most likely gonna get a snack sold to you by some kid with 12 different boxes taped together,
Why you
trying to
hating
sell
on the kid?
granola bars.
Why you trying to
Listen, don't buy his speech. Just buy the candy bar, because it's not for a basketball team. Just buy the bar and tell him to keep it moving. Because that's what I'm lying.
Yeah, and now he's going to deny a future NBA
Yeah.
kid.
That's what I'm lying. They're like,
Fruit,
boom.
man. It's Big Joe.
Hey,
I'm selling
speaking
it.
of which, man, do we still have the angry guy with the half a body and the skateboard?
no.
Nah, I think
No,
he's gone.
Oh,
What
okay.
happened to him, man?
Who might bought his
Like we
house,
know him
man.
personally, right?
Well, because he used to get off the train and jump into a customized van.
He probably
You
won
know,
that lawsuit,
so-
got a mansion or whatever.
No,
Yeah, he
his,
might
son,
be gone.
his son's about 6'1", so he just ruined the business.
Oh, no kidding.
He's gone.
That's my boy.
That's like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places, right? He's on a skateboard.
Front.
When you think of love.
This guy right here.
Stop eating on the train, people.
No eating on the train.
If it comes in a
Rule.
white container,
If you can't sleep, you can't eat. If you can hold it in one hand, you can munch on it.
Yeah. Don't
But if
sit
it
down.
takes 2, ice cream.
Don't eat your falafel or your challah food on the train.
No halal food, man.
I don't wanna sit by
You've
that.
taken the time to eat healthy with the halal food. Why would you ruin it with the steel dust, the bacteria, and all the things? People
Somebody
coughing, the
coughing over you.
germs. No, not a good idea.
homeless germs.
Right.
Homeless germs.
and most
Hell,
of-
just germs from people who don't
Period.
take care of
And-
themselves with improper hygiene.
And even more so, right? A bigger topic. When you sit down, stop putting your ass on my elbows.
Hey, for real.
Hey,
Just
show some restraint.
learn how to guide back into it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Tourists, if it looks like a seat, sometimes it's not always what it looks like. Don't squeeze in. Because then you're going to run into your rude New Yorker if you try to squeeze in and you want them sitting on their lap or their arm.
That's for all
Yeah.
New Yorkers.
Yeah.
That's for every guy.
That's
true.
for
That's for
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah,
That's for
that's for
everybody.
everybody. Yeah. Know your body size.
No, know
You
your
weigh-
limit.
You weigh 250,
The
and
seat-
the seat looks like it fits 170. You
If
can't
you
fit.
can't
Period.
science If you can't mathematically fit there, don't do it.
Physics wise, yeah, don't squeeze it.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
squeeze
not cool.
a circle in a square peg. So if you have hips for days, ladies, it ain't gonna fit in a small
You know what? Because
section.
you know what? You
No
hit the
such
right
thing
point.
as I think I can
It's
fit.
mostly
No,
young ladies.
either you know you
Guys
can
don't
or
do
you
that.
can't. You know what I mean?
Some of them do. Hey, listen, that's another show we'll talk about.
Guys rub knees.
Oh yeah, man! I was on the plane. Guy was, hey, dude, move that. Come on, man.
I
Come
brought
on.
up my conflict the other day.
Move your patella, man. Come on, get up.
Listen, that's a whole other thing. I don't want to get into
That was hateful Joe.
You almost had to get machete on somebody.
Machete.
You don't know? That's hateful Joe. He's got cable.
Hey, really?
Yeah, there's a certain rules. Listen,
man.
you're not gonna be on the train forever. Stand your ass up and just hold on. Okay?
Right, because you're only going about a couple of stops anyway.
Ooh,
On that note,
Don't you hate the person that sits down, squeezes
I
in?
gotta
we out, we out.
wrap it up. It's another show. Because the Panda's always late. This guy is just, time is horrible. Anyways, we gotta wrap it up, folks. Check out the Big Joe and the Panda Show on the podcast, on YouTube. On the podcast is chillloveradio.net. Or if you have any suggestions for a topic you want us to talk about, that's Big Joe and the Panda on Facebook. The like page, check it out. Drop any hints, any topics, or anything you want us to discuss. On that note, from the staff, my man, special guest, my man Ska Bang in the building. For the Panda who goes left because he's crazy. For me, your host, Big Joe, aka The Face.
Angry Joe who has cable.
We out here.
Peace.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Joe and the Panda back in the building, back in effect.